Why is there a need to classify organisms? There are millions and millions of organisms with different morphologies. It becomes important to classify biological diversity for easier identification, to find out the similarities and differences among them, and to understand the complexities ranging from simple organisms to more complex ones. Have you ever seen a sponge? Yes? What if I tell you some animals behave as sponges? Yes, such animals do exist. They fall under the phylum Porifera, and they are also referred to as sponges. What comes to your mind when you hear the word sponge? Yes, we use sponges in our day-to-day life for dipping in liquids and squeezing it out, right? Similarly, these animals are marine or aquatic. They are of different sizes and shapes. Hence, they are asymmetrical. Moreover, they are the simplest form in the animal kingdom and multicellular, having the cellular level of organization. From the name itself, it can be understood that they have pores called ostia. They also have a body cavity called spongocoel and an opening called osculum. What are the purpose of these pores? It is for the water to enter in and bring nutrients and gaseous exchange. Choanocytes are the cells lining the spongocoel. The skeleton is made up of spicules or sponging fibers. They are hermaphrodite, that is, they possess both male and female reproductive organs. Now, let's discuss the modes of reproduction in the phylum. They are able to reproduce both sexually and asexually. Asexual mode of reproduction is by means of fragmentation. As you can see here, a small part of their body gets fragmented and breaks off and form a new organism. In sexual mode, the gametes undergo fertilization. It takes place internally and development is indirect, as you can see here that newborns first undergo the larval stage, which is morphologically different from their parents or adults. The marine sponge, cycon, and the freshwater sponge, spongilla, are some members of this phyla. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? Jellyfish falls under which phylum? Do you have any guesses? Jellyfishes, Gorgonia, that is sea fan, brain corals, and sea pen, that is Pennatula, are included in the same phylum, namely Coelenterata. It is also known as Cnidaria. Now let's look at the different features and characteristics of this phylum. We have all seen jellyfish in aquatic environments, right? So animals in this phylum are marine or aquatic. They can either move about or are immovable or sessile. They have radial symmetry, since most are rounded. Have you heard of people getting stung by jellyfish? Animals in this phylum have cnidoblast or cnidocytes, which are stinging capsules present in the tentacles of the body. Hence the name Cnidaria. What is the use of cnidoblast then? They are used for anchorage, capturing prey, and as a defense mechanism. Cnidarians possess tissues, thus they have tissue level of organization and are diploblastic. They also possess a central gastrovascular cavity with a large mouth or hypostome. Intracellular as well as extracellular digestion takes place. Some cnidarians, which are sessile, have skeleton made up of calcium carbonate. Do you know one thing? The cnidarians have two body forms. The first one is polyp, which is a sessile cylindrical form like hydra. And the second one is medusa, a free-swimming umbrella-shaped form like jellyfish. Some cnidarians show metagenesis, that is, alternation of both forms from generation to generation. Here you can see that in case of jellyfish, polyps give rise to medusa asexually and medusa give rise to polyps sexually. Another example of such form is Obelia. Now we can switch on to another phylum called Ctenophora. You know what? The members of this phylum are commonly called sea walnuts or comb jellies. They are exclusively marine, having radial symmetry, tissue level of organization, and are diploblastic. They possess comb plates arranged in 8 rows externally, and these plates help in locomotion, which means that these animals are free swimming. Digestion takes place both internally and externally. Do you know the peculiar and unique ability of the members of this phylum? They can emit light to protect themselves from predators. This property of living organisms to emit light is known as bioluminescence. They are hermaphrodites, but reproduction is sexual with external fertilization and indirect development. Sea gooseberries and sea walnuts are included in this phylum. Have you heard of people having worms in their brain or stomach? Some of the worms infesting humans and animals belong to the phylum Platyhelminthes. They are mostly endoparasites, which means they live inside other animals. They are commonly called flatworms since they are dorsoventrally flattened. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and acoelomate with tissue level of organization. Are you aware of the peculiar characteristics of this phyla? For attaching to the host body and to absorb nutrients from them or from their body surface, hooks and suckers are present in the body. They have specialized cells called flame cells which function for osmoregulation and excretion. They are hermaphrodites with internal fertilization, and as you can see here that they undergo indirect development via many larval stages. In case of planaria, they are able to regenerate new heads, tails, sides or entire organism from small body fragments in a process taking days to weeks. Taenia solium and Fasciola hepatica are some examples of the members of this phyla. Now we are moving to the next phylum, that is phylum Aschelminthes. These are commonly called roundworms. The name itself suggests that their body is round or circular when seen cross-sectional. They may be free-living, aquatic and terrestrial, or parasitic in the plants and animals. They are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, and pseudocoelomates. They have organ systems, thus they possess organ system level of organization. They have a well-developed alimentary canal with a muscular pharynx. The excretory system possesses an excretory tube which eliminates waste to the outside via an excretory pore. They are dioecious. Here you can see that the female roundworms are larger than male roundworms. So the sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal with direct or indirect development. Ascaris or roundworm, Wuchereria or filarial worm, Encyclostoma or hookworm are some members of this phylum. This is not the end of animal classification. There is more to discuss. Are you ready to learn and deepen your knowledge about animal classification and characteristics of other phyla? Let's explore in this next session. Now, it's time to recap what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.